Well, it was really a tough, hard-fought game. I thought that both, we really struggled to score early in this game, played much better offense in the second half. When we fell down 8, we came out and scored, I think, 4 or 5 baskets in a row starting that second half, and felt good about it. At the end of the day, as I look at the stat sheet, we have 14 turnovers, so they're 9. That's really the difference in the game. Both teams shoot 50% from the field. We had 4 threes, they had 2. They had a few more fouls, or shots at the foul line, primarily because we were fouling at the end of the game. But the turnovers really were a difference. And again, having coached against Tony in the past, this is the kind of game we expected. And it's not anything new for me, but new for your players because they're so patient offensively. I think Tony's one of the best 3 coaches in the country. I think it's been proven here. I just have so much respect for Tony and what he's accomplished at Virginia, what he accomplished at Washington State, which is the next to impossible place to win. And he had him as high as 5th in the country there in 2008. Did a fantastic job. He is, and he does it the right way. I mean, and a lot of people, just say that, he is unique. He's a good Christian man. You guys are so blessed to have.
Questions for Coach? We'll start with this gentleman over here.
You guys did a nice job of denying Jaden Gardner the ball in the first half. He got going in the second. What changed? Was it just him, or did something change that allowed him to get loose?
I thought that they got him the ball at that high post a little more. And maybe, part of the game is we're not, we're playing guys a lot of minutes, and they may have worn us down a little bit to where our defense, I thought our defense early in the game was really good. I mean, the first half, they still shot 50%, but I felt really good about it. Actually, we shot 43%, my bad. So our defense in the first half was outstanding. I think it was, them, and that's what happens against Tony's teams or Dick's teams, is they wear you down because it's a really good philosophy. Have the ball more on offense, less on defense. Kind of how they do in the NFL. And it's a really smart way to play. And, so I think that was probably the biggest factor.
Go to the gentleman in the glasses.
Yeah, Ben, the technical on Garrison Brooks there late, how much did that affect the game's outcome?
By 1 point. It affected it by a point. Ultimately. And then it put them in the 1-on-1 a little earlier by a foul. I didn't see that happen, but that was unfortunate.
Any questions for Coach? Go to this young lady.
You talked about Tony's defense, but what was it that Reese Beekman can do as an individual defender as part of that bigger system that made things difficult, especially for Molinar getting going?
Yeah, they played good help defense, but Beekman was finished second in the ACC voting for the Defensive Player of the Year. I think that speaks volumes. We've only seen him, some on film here, since we found out Sunday night. Whereas, they're seeing him every day in this league, and he is phenomenal, not only a great defender, but a great passer. Again, he has 6 assists, only 1 turnover. His assist-to-turnover ratio is top 10 in the country. Really, really bright, intelligent player. He's a special talent. He and Gardner are the 2 difference makers now. They have 30 points between the 2 of them.
Ben, I know you've been in this long enough that you're probably less affected, but to talk about your future, does that creep into the locker room, distract the kids at all?
You'd have to ask them that. They have 2 of our players here, so that shouldn't have been posed to them.
And in terms of playing on the road as opposed to home, I know the guys expressed some disappointment. What was this environment like for you to coach in tonight?
It's a great environment. They've got great college basketball that they've been spoiled with here in the last 13 years. Don't ever take it for granted.